Hi, so I wanted to make a video showing how I painted and assembled the Mermaid. So this is the stand. This is the 1/8 version. You don't have to paint the whole thing, just the edges. That's all it's going to show. You do need 2 of these. The file comes with a double layer for the 1/8. It comes with a single layer for the 1/4 because it is designed to be 1/4 inch thick. So 1/8 and 1/8 is 1/4. So that's why it comes with 2. That's for stability. So it's also pretty for decoration, but that it comes with 2, but it is for the stability purposes. So that's why the 1/8 version does come with the 2, and the 1/4 comes with just the single because it's already 1/4. Okay, so this is how she assembles. There's her little seahorse that she's holding. You don't need to paint underneath it. So I used a glittery paint for this. You can see it's kind of like shiny. What I used were these paints here. I got these on Etsy, and it's from, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's IUILE. I'm not sure how that's pronounced, so I'm just spelling it. But these are really pretty. They're very sparkly. They're like watercolor paints. And that shop has some really cool paints. I'd like to show you some other ones that I got. She has a bunch of really cool sets. They are beautiful. They are so sparkly. You can see I use some colors more than others, but they are gorgeous. They give some really nice sparkle to your project. So if you ever want to try check that Etsy shop out, they have some really cool things. So that's what created the neat sparkle on here. So I'm just going to go through and just show. So there is some score lines right here. Make sure that you set that to score. For those who use Lightburn, you're going to use line, but you're going to just lower your power setting and then make it go faster for score. So some people have asked me how to do score for Lightburn. It's just the same as cut, like line is cut, but it's just at a lighter setting. So you're going to go faster and lower your power. So here is her tail. That's just how it just goes here. I do paint the bottom half. It just kind of fits right here. I'll show you how I painted it. It's just that pretty sparkly paint. I used chalk paint first, and then I went over it with the sparkly paint. I used these colors here. I used this and then this and these. So those 3 colors there. I also used this Distress ink from Tim Holtz. Here it is. And then I used one of these. These here, sorry, it's underneath the paper towel. So they're just these little sponges, and you just dab it in there and then just go along the edges. Here's the one I use, and you can see it's very well used. I use them multiple times so I don't throw them away. I don't like to waste. So you just rub it in there, and I can even just give you a little demonstration. Just rub it along in there, and then you just go along the edges, and it just creates a nice shadow effect to make it look kind of like it's 3D. It gives like, it's kind of rounded. So you just go right along the side, and you can see how that creates that neat shadow effect. And you can just go right along the sides. There we go. And it creates a neat shadow effect, like it's curved. So just go right along the sides, just like that. So and it creates that neat shading. So really, really simple to do. Just kind of rub that right along the edges. And I used the navy color because I thought it would be better than the black, because it would create a really nice, pretty kind of a color effect. So that's all you do for that. I did the same thing with her skin. I use a different shade of blue for her skin because her skin's lighter. I didn't want to go too crazy. They have all these different colors. I have these colors here. I have a lot. So what I used was like this really, really, really pale blue. And I figured that would be the best for her skin. But these, you can get at Michael's, Amazon. They're just distress inks. They're from Tim Holtz. And you can buy these nice little boxes to store them in. And they're pretty cheap. Let's see, they're like, the little box was like $10 on a use a coupon. And then don't forget to use your rewards. And then just putting her all together, this whole piece here. So you can do a couple different options for her shells. So this just all comes apart. You can use the little inside pieces if you want. I like the little inside pieces, so I painted those. You can do that, or you can do it like this and then have it more like, let me bring this in so you can see it. You can have it like that, where it's like kind of more like a 3D effect. And you can use this extra piece here. I didn't paint that. I'm just using it as a placeholder. But I'm going to go ahead and take these all apart and show you. You can do that. That's another option. You can also use this in place of it if you don't want it to kind of stand off of her chest and have it all like the same like layer. You don't have to. So there's that option. So you can do it like that. And then that way it's all flat. But I like it a little raised. So I give you the option. So I do provide that extra piece. You can use these pieces. You can just pop them right in there. It's really how you want it to look. So these just pop right in. So that's it without that extra piece. So it's really preference if you want to use this piece or not. You can chuck it or just don't even use it. So there's that. And then here's her arm. And just put all this back. This is her little flower. Take that off. You have this extra piece that goes over the top just to give her like a little bit more dimension with her hair. I just line up the flower. It's not meant to be perfect, like perfectly lined up with the rest of her hair. I wanted it to be more loose and flowing, so you can see the different layers of her hair. So it does not exactly line up with her hair this time. So I made some changes to these files this time. I wanted to just kind of shake things up a little bit with the ladies. I had started this file a while ago, and I just wanted to make the ladies a little bit different. And I'm thinking about maybe just discontinuing the ladies, but I really want to do a mermaid. So I just thought a mermaid was so cool. But I really do like making the witches too. But I just thought I challenged myself to make a mermaid. And she was so much fun to do. So really that's all there is to making her. And she's got the sparkles in her hair again. I'm not sure if you can see that. It doesn't really film very well. But in real life, it's really pretty and sparkly. And then this piece here just all comes off too. So it just puzzles together. And you just put everything right on top. And then you can see I painted that bottom piece. And then it's all going to go into the stand. Okay, so that's it for her. She's easy peasy to assemble. That's it. Just make sure that you do set that piece down here to score so you can see where to place that. And if you look very carefully, you can see those lines. I can see it in real life, but I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up. But I'm just going to make sure that I place it right back over that. It's just there for your placement. You can skip that step if you don't want to put the little flourish there, or just leave the flourish off altogether if you don't want to use it. I just thought it'd be pretty to put the little flourish on there. Okay, so that is it for my mermaid. I just use all chalk paint, and then I use these distressing ink pads with the little sponges. The sponges can be bought on Amazon. I got mine on Temu. You can get a whole bag of them for pretty cheap. I got mine on Temu. I got a whole ton of them. This was like filled to the top. And you can see I still have a lot left. I bought them almost a year ago at this point. And I'm still going with them. And I think they were like $5. But I think probably Amazon would have them. Probably get them at Michael's too. And then I will glue all of this with Loctite. So my tip with Loctite, if you use more, you have more time. You have drying time, like a little bit of wiggle room. But the less you use, it's almost going to like seal right away. So that's my tip. So if you want to give yourself a little bit more time to like move the placement around, the more you add, the more time you have. But then you're also using a lot of product and a little bit of waste. But that's kind of a catch-22. Do you want to have more time to wiggle things around or lose product? It kind of stinks. But it is like my favorite go-to glue just because it really holds really nicely. Okay, well, that is all I have for this one. And I have a lot more files to cut. And yeah, I hope you like this one. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.